Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, my fellow Chibits. It has been a while since I have sat down and done a One Piece manga chapter review. It has been a couple weeks, and I have to say, this was a glorious chapter to start off 2016. The year of Sanji is upon us, and with it, we begin a new arc, along with finding out the mystery of Sanji. So, this chapter has so many reveals and plot twists, along with making certain characters even more interesting. For instance, Capone. Capone was a supernova that I have been slightly interested in since the very beginning, when he was first introduced. But now, seeing more about his character, with what he did to Peckham's and just shot him in the back like he did, it was pretty fucked up. And I was pretty entertained when I was seeing this in this chapter, with how his ability was revealed, for instance, like the full name of his ability, to also finding out now it's an actual castle, not a ship. I mean, overall, the entirety of this character, he's got me very interested, and I want to see more of his character. I thought he was going to be not the best supernova, but after seeing Oda put him in this chapter, it seems like he's going to be getting a little bit of the spotlight, and we're going to get to see why he's allied himself with Big Mom, and why he's a part of a crew at the moment. I'm looking forward to seeing more about his character in the upcoming chapters and this arc. But for now, though, let's focus in on what everybody is talking about right now, the reveal at the end of the chapter. It is officially confirmed that Sanji is a prince. Now, not just any prince, but he's the prince of the Vinsmoke family, and he also is the third son, which is the main thing I want to emphasize on. Sanji is the third son. That means he has two brothers. Two brothers he has. So Sanji's gonna have two brothers in the future we're gonna get to see, and I'm very curious on exactly how they are. Like, are they people that could probably fight like Sanji, or are they, you know, people that are probably just like regular nobles, don't want to fight? I'm very curious to see Sanji's brothers and how they're going to treat him when they finally get introduced. But the main thing we need to really question here now, since Sanji is a noble now, it's confirmed he's a noble, he's somewhere high up there in the government, because his parents had to manipulate the world government in some way to change his wanted poster to wanted alive only, not dead or alive, just wanted alive. So his family definitely has a lot of power in the world government. The main question is like, why? Like, what part of influence of the world government do they have? Like, how high up there are they? But also, why are they communicating with Big Mom? Like, why is Sanji's family communicating with her of all people? Very curious about that. And it also makes you wonder why Sanji ran away in the first place. That's the main question. Now, we can assume Sanji ran away because he wanted to, you know, seek out the All Blue. That is a very good possibility that's what Sanji wanted to do. Maybe he saw it, he saw All Blue, he found out about it, his parents probably were against it, and so eventually he decided to, you know, find the All Blue. And I feel like that's kind of where it went from there. It also makes me wonder what type of family is Sanji's. For instance, are they like a cooking family? Are they a regular family? I'm curious about that. There's many questions I have after this chapter, because it makes you wonder, why did Sanji run away? Now, apparently his family is all for marrying off Sanji to other people. For instance, the 35th daughter, or 35th, like, Charlotte Pudding, I think that's the girl's name. Charlotte Pudding is being married to Sanji. Now, that is not Big Mom, if you're very curious. That is not Big Mom. So that makes us wonder, is Charlotte Pudding, is she the daughter of Big Mom? If so, that means that she might be the 35th daughter. But if not, does that mean that maybe she is the sister of Big Mom? Now, a couple of Chibits were pointing out on Twitter, and they actually gave me a picture of it, and I completely forgot about this until it was mentioned at Twitter for me. There was a lot of focus on this three-eyed girl that was near Big Mom when she was really first shown, and so it makes you wonder if this Charlotte Pudding girl is actually the three-eyed girl, and if so, you would think that's actually a huge plot twist, because when you think of someone, you know, being married off to Sanji, we expect, you know, probably someone very, very grotesque. And if it turns out to be a pretty girl, that's going to be quite the shocker, because I wonder exactly what type of complications we're going to have if it turns out to be a girl like that. And if so, I wonder if this might be potentially Oda setting up maybe an actual romance for Sanji and a girl he could possibly get with. If so, this could lead into some very, very good character development for Sanji. For one reason and one reason alone, he will no longer be chasing after other girls. That's one thing. He will have a girl to completely focus his entire attention to, and also it'll add this character development to him. Now, I don't know how many people would probably agree with that, but if it turns out that this girl, Charlotte Pudding, is actually a very beautiful girl, and then Sanji likes her regardless if he likes her in any way, it makes me wonder if Oda's setting up a potential couple between these two. And that'd be really cool if he does that. I really, really hope Oda is planning on something very similar to that with Sanji's character, because it could really lead to some good character progression, development for him, and stuff like that. Now, the main thing is the complications of if that does happen. Let's say that does happen for a second, okay? Let's say Sanji, he meets this girl, he does like her, he wants to marry her. Okay, what's going to happen to when he needs to travel with the Straw Hat crew? Is he going to just say, I'm done guys, I want to stay here with my wife? Or is he going to say, honey, I need to leave, I need to go work? Or what if, she also joins the crew? I mean, that's also a possibility as well if Oda does take that route. But I mean, there's many things that can happen from this point on, a lot of theories we can make. So very good stuff Oda has set up for one of the first chapters of 2016. So, besides that, however, let's talk about what we really saw take place towards Peckham's and what he was trying to do. He actually was thanking the Straw Hats for saving his people, and he was actually being very emotional. He was like, okay, just give us Caesar, we'll let you guys go, we won't say you were ever here, I'll turn a blind eye to it. And that was very cool the way he was doing that, but then he got shot in the back, of course, by Capone. But still goes to show you that there is some compassionate people a part of Big Mom's crew, and there is a possibility that maybe he could possibly talk to Big Mom to where Sanji and the Straw Hats and everybody will be completely fine with her. But now there's a lot of complicated matters going on, since now someone from Big Mom's family, either daughter or sister, aunt, someone that is marrying Sanji. This complicates a lot of things, because if the Straw Hat crew just comes barging in, like, we're not having this marriage, that's gonna add some deep shit to the overall thing. So, the only way I can see possibly for this going and turning out well is if Sanji does, in fact, want to marry this said girl. But we'll see where it goes. I'm very curious, but it was a wonderful chapter of One Piece. Some good reveals, good information. We got to find out more about Sanji. He finally had a chapter really kind of focused on himself. And yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or a night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.